My face is terrifying, she said. The alien vampire queen. Then you're the most beautiful in the galaxy, I told her. Jonas strode into the shadowed throne chamber and bowed precisely to protocol. Your Majesty, I request a private audience, away from the court. Gasps rippled through the assembled nobles. Chancellor Rule Keish leaned forward from his dais, fangs glinting under the dim bioluminescent orbs. Envoy Reed, the Queen holds public court. State your business here. Jonas held his ground, eyes fixed on the veiled figure atop the throne. Queen Vela Sorin sat motionless, her silhouette sharp against the obsidian walls. Her court whispered. Humans didn't demand privacy. They groveled or fled. I come as liaison from the United Human Enclaves, Jonas said evenly. Diplomacy thrives in confidence, not spectacle. Protocol allows it. Captain Irion Voss, the guard commander, gripped her plasma lance tighter. Her crimson eyes narrowed at him. She stepped between Jonas and the throne, her armored tail lashing. You presume much, soft skin. Her Majesty decides. Vela's voice cut the air like chilled silk. Granted, escort him to the sanctum. Alone. Rule Keish's claws scraped stone. Majesty, this human disrupts. Silence. Vela rose, her veil shimmering as she descended. Guards parted. Iriani shot Jonas a glare that promised pain, then shoved him toward a side archway. The sanctum door sealed with a hiss. Jonas stood in a circular chamber lit by faint pulse globes. No windows. Vela's nocturnal realm. The air hummed with a faint, metallic tang, like blood and ozone. Vela entered last. She waved Iriani back. Wait outside, Captain. No interruptions. But Majesty, out. Vela's tone brooked no argument. Irion bowed stiffly and retreated. The Queen crossed to the heavy vault door herself. Her long fingers danced over the biometric panel. Locks engaged with a series of heavy thuds. Alone now. Jonas kept his posture relaxed, hands visible. Humans trained for first contacts. Empathy first, boundaries second. Vela turned. She towered a head taller, her lithe frame wrapped in flowing obsidian robes that whispered against scaled skin. Predatory grace defined her, claws retracted, but ready, fangs hidden behind thin lips. Her veil concealed all but her eyes, molten gold, piercing. You dare request solitude, she said. Her voice echoed slightly, amplified by the chamber's acoustics. Why? Trust builds in quiet, Jonas replied. Your court schemes. Chancellor Rule Kesh wants me gone before I sway you. Her eyes narrowed, perceptive or paranoid. She paced closer, circling him. Each step silent, testing. Humans flee my kind. We drink life essence. We rule by fear. Jonas met her gaze through the veil. I've read the briefs. Your immortality sustains your realm, but isolation weakens it. She halted before him, inches away. Her scent enveloped him. Pool night blooms laced with iron. Isolation protects. One clawed hand rose to her veil. Witness why. She ripped it free. Scarred flesh gleamed under the globes. Jagged burns twisted her face, one eye milky blind, the other gold fire. Fangs protruded unevenly, lips pulled taut over ruined tissue, a predator's maw, warped by ancient fire. Centuries of rule etched in horror. The court called it terrifying. Jonas understood why. Look without flinching, Vela snarled, or prove your frailty. Jonas looked, fully. He held eye contact with her good eye, no recoil, no pity. A smile tugged his lips, genuine, steady. You're striking, he said. The scars frame your strength, like lightning cracks on obsidian, beautiful in their power. She froze. Fangs parted in shock. No one complimented the Queen's ruin. They averted eyes or whispered of monsters. Liar, she hissed. You mock me. Truth. Jonas didn't blink. I've seen worse in human wars. Scars tell stories of survival. Yours say you've endured empires. Her claw hovered near his throat. Pulse quickened. He felt her heat, alien and vital, but she didn't strike. Instead, she searched his face. You smile. Why? Because I see you. Jonas kept his voice level. Not the veil, not the legends. The ruler who locked the door herself. Vela's hand dropped. She stepped back, breath ragged. No human endures my gaze. They flinch, they pity. Not me. He gestured to a low table nearby, laden with essence vials and data slates. Shall we talk terms? Or test me more? She laughed. A low, rusty sound. Old. She sank onto a cushioned dais, motioning him to sit opposite. Chancellor Rule Kaish poisons the court against you, claims your compassion is weakness to exploit. He's half right, Jonas sat. Me's not touching hers but close. Humans feel deeply, but we set boundaries. Like you do. Her blind eye twitched. I crave no pity. Only loyalty. Then earn mine. Jonas leaned forward slightly. Share why you isolate. The fire. Your scars. It wasn't just battle. Vela's claws dug into the dais. She hesitated. Trust didn't come easy to immortals. Betrayal. My own bloodline torched my face to claim the throne. I slew them. But the court fears the monster I became. Jonas nodded. They fear what they can't control. Humans bond through shared pain. Tell me more. She studied him. Minutes passed in silence. Then, the essence drought. Our sun dims. We starve without tribute worlds. United enclaves can help. Jonas pulled a slate from his satchel. Hydroponic tech. Non-invasive. Partners, not vassals. Her gold eye gleamed. Rule Kaish says you'll drain us. He's protecting his power. Jonas tapped the slate, projecting hollow maps. See the yields. Your predators hunt better fed. Vela leaned in. Her shoulder brushed his. Electric. She didn't pull away. You negotiate without fear. With respect. He held her gaze again. Her scarred face inches from his. No flinch. A chime echoed. Insistent. Iriani's voice filtered through the door. Majesty, the Chancellor demands entry. Unrest in the hall. Vela snarled. Ignore him. She rose, pacing. They test you even now. Jonas stood too. Let me prove it. Call Irian in. I'll face her guard test. Vela paused. You know of it? Protocol briefs. He smiled again. She spars envoys. Ensures they're no threat. Few survive. Vela touched the panel. Door unsealed. Iriani burst in. Lance raised. Envoy. Irian's tail lashed. Prove your worth. One bout. No weapons. Jonas nodded. Accepted. They cleared space. Irian lunged. Blinding speed. Her lance tip halted at his throat. Jonas sidestepped, using her momentum. He grabbed her wrist. Twisted gently. Joint lock from human martial arts. Not harm. Control. She broke free. Impressed snarl escaping. Soft skin strength. Practical. Jonas released. Humans train for de-escalation. Iriana circled. Struck again. Jonas dodged. Parried with open palms. He never attacked. Only redirected. Sweat beaded his brow. Her blows whistled past. Vela watched. Fangs bared in a grin. Final clash. Iriani swept his legs. Jonas rolled. Tapped her armor and yield. Enough? She straightened. You fight like water. Unbreakable. She bowed to Vela. He guards well, Majesty. Indeed. Vela dismissed her. Door locked again. Alone once more. Vela approached Jonas, wiping sweat from his brow with surprising tenderness. Her claw retracted fully. You bested her without rage. Compassion wins fights. He caught her hand gently. Skin cool, smooth despite scales. And thrones, her gold eye softened. Rule Kaish plots still. He sends assassins tonight. Jonas squeezed her hand. Then we counter. Together. She didn't pull away. Instead, she stepped closer. Their breaths mingled. You see no monster. Only a queen. His thumb traced her scarred jaw. Light. Reverent. She shivered. For the first time, Vela smiled back. Fangs and all. Trust sparked. Jonas slid his hand from Vela's grasp. He pulled a slim datapad from his vest. Fingers flew across the screen. Words formed. A contact agreement. Vela leaned over his shoulder. Her cool breath ghosted his neck. What is this, human? Boundaries. Jonas tapped save. To build trust. No feeding. No coercion. No surprise touches. We agree, or we stop. She snatched a pad. Gold eye narrowed. Claws clicked against the glass. You think me beast enough to need chains? Not chains. Safety. He met her gaze. Steady. For both. Vela's fangs flashed. She edited. Lines appeared. Absolute honesty. Nightly audiences. No pity stares at my scars. Jonas read. Nodded. Honesty. Done. Meetings? Every nightfall. Pity? Never offered. Her claw hovered. Another line bloomed. Human yields to Queen's ownership. Body and will. He pushed her hand away. Firm. No. Ownership breaks trust. Equals only. Vela hissed. Scales rippled along her arms. I am eternal. You are fleeting meat. Submit. Equals protect each other. Jonas drafted an addendum. Typed fast. Mutual safe word. Eclipse. Stops all contact instantly. No questions. Revocable by either. She stared. Fangs retracted slightly. You'd halt me, immortal queen? Trust demands it. He held out the pad. Sign, or I walk. Silence stretched. Her scarred lip curled. Then, thumb pressed. Royal seal glowed crimson on the document. Binding. Vela thrust the pad back. Court obeys this. Or dies. Door slammed open. Chancellor Rulkesh stormed in. Robes swirled. 3 shadows flanked him. Assassins. Cloaked in nightweave. Majesty. This soft skin poisons you. Rulkesh's voice dripped venom. He weakens the throne. Vela rose. Towered. He strengthens it. Obey the pact. Or join the void. Rulkesh sneered. Assassins lunged. Blades gleamed obsidian. Jonas sidestepped first strike. Redirected the second assassin's arm into his partner. They tangled. He grabbed a fallen blade. Defensive grip. Captain Iriani burst through side panel. Spear. Leveled. Traitors. She impaled one assassin. Vela blurred. Fangs sank into another's throat. Blood sprayed hers, not Jonas's. Rulkesh backed away. Claws out. You'll fall, Queen. Without fear. Irian tackled him. Pinned. Highness? Vela wiped crimson from her chin. Gold eye locked on Jonas. Execute the plotters. Publicly. Iriani dragged Rulkesh out. Assassins' bodies slumped. Jonas sheathed the blade. Heart pounded. You protected me. Mutual. Vela stepped close. Claw traced his jaw. Announced per agreement. Eclipse halts me. Bold. He nodded. Works both ways. Court guards hauled remains away. Doors sealed. Nightfall deepened. Vela summoned attendants. Announce. Human envoys' boundaries are law. Violators feed the arena beasts. Whispers rippled outside. Then silence. Alone again. Vela poured crystal wine. Dark. Viscous. Offered a goblet. First nightly audience. Speak truth. Jonas sipped. Tart. Metallic tang. Truth. Your court fears your change. Sees compassion as weakness. She laughed. Low rumble. They fear strength they can't wield. Predators rule by terror. I tire of it. He set goblet down. Humans rule by alliance. Show me your realm. I'll help stabilize. Her hand found his. Cool fingers laced warm. Agreed. But first, knock echoed. Iriani entered. Bowed crisp. Majesty. Envoy. Perimeter secure. Rulkesh confesses under Fang. More plotters named. Vela nodded. Purge them. Quietly, Irian eyed Jonas. Respect flickered. You fought clean. No blood rage. De-escalate first. He smiled faint. Blood last. She saluted. Excited. Vela pulled Jonas toward balcony. Stars pierced eternal night. Her spires loomed below, twisted obsidian, lit by biolume veins. See my fracture? She gestured. Crowds milled uneasy. Whispers of purge spread. Rulkesh exploited isolation. Now, you mend it. Jonas leaned on rail. Shoulder brushed hers. Start small. Public address, with me beside. She stiffened. Scarred cheek twitched. They mock scarred queen with pet human. No pet. He turned her face gentle. Thumb on seal scar. Partner. They see strength in unity. Gold eye searched his. Softened. Honesty claws bites. I crave your warmth. Safe. Take it. He opened arms. Invitation only. Vela stepped in, head on his chest. Heartbeat thrummed against her ear. Rapid. alive, her claws stayed sheathed. Minutes passed, court horns blared below. Assembly called, she pulled back. Fangs gleamed smile. Address now. Together. They descended, throne stairs. Guards parted. Thousands knelt. Vela's nocturnal horde. Scales varied. Obsidian, pearl, blood red. Eyes glowed hungry. Rule Cash dangled in chain center arena, broken. Mercy, majesty. Vela raised hand. Silence crashed. Chancellor betrayed throne. Human envoy stands true. Jonas flanked her, calm amid glares. Murmurs rose. Soft skin? Tainted. Vela snarled. He drafted pact I sealed. Obey his bounds, or mine end you. She displayed datapad. Seal pulsed. Crowd hushed. Irian shoved Rulkesh forward. Confess. Plots. To isolate you. Weaken rule. Rulkesh spat. This human unravels us. Vela nodded. Irian's spear flashed. Head rolled. Cheers erupted. Fangs bared. Jonas didn't flinch. Vela noted. Squeezed his hand hidden. New era. Vela boomed. Human wisdom tempers fang. Alliance eternal. Crowd roared approval. Tentative, then fervent. Back in chambers. Adrenaline faded. Vela poured more wine. They bend. Because of you. Jonas accepted goblet. Us. Your command. My words. She set hers aside. Claw extended. Slow. Traced his collarbone. Announced touch. Test pact. Closer? He nodded. Pulled her waist gentle. Lips brushed forehead. No fangs. No blood. Pure. Vela shivered. Arms wrapped him. Warmth. Unowned. Strange gift. Nightly, he murmured. Builds empires. Door rattled. Urgent knock. Iriane. Majesty. Border scouts. Human ship inbound. Diplomats. They heard purge. Vela grinned over Jonas's shoulder. Your kin. Perfect. Jonas tensed. They expect failure. Not this. She kissed his cheek. Light, fangs grazing. Show them partner. Not pawn. Trust sealed deeper. But diplomats brought eyes. Court simmered. One purge down. More lurked. He held her tighter. Eclipse if needed. Her laugh warmed night. Never from you. Shadows stirred beyond window. A cloaked figure watched, not purged. Waiting. Chancellor Rulkesh thrust his claw toward Jonas. Human envoy, you face the devotion trial at dusk. Prove loyalty or bleed for the throne. The shadowed court erupted. Fangs gleamed under torchlight. Nobles hissed, eyes glowing red. Jonas stood motionless on the marble floor. His pulse stayed even. He scanned faces. Queen Vela lounged on her obsidian throne, scarred cheek twitching. Her gaze locked on him. Curious, not cruel. Rulkesh smirked. Custom demands it. All outsiders kneel. Jonas bowed his head slightly. I accept. With preparation, laughter rippled. Rulkesh waved dismissal. Guards herded Jonas out. He caught Vela's nod. Subtle. Supportive. In the antechamber, Jonas cornered Captain Irian Voss. She polished her spear. Muscles coiled under scaled armor. Captain, brief me on the trial. Voss snorted. Fangs flashed. Why? You'll break like the rest. Jonas met her stare. Knowledge prevents mistakes. I insist on witnessing a full ritual first. She gripped her spear tighter. Bold. Most begged mercy, not me. Jonas kept his voice steady. Show me the rules in action. Voss studied him. Minutes passed. She sheathed her weapon. Fine. A prisoner demonstrates. Balo. They descended spiral stairs. Torch smoke stung Jonas's eyes. Damp stone echoed boots. Voss shoved open a vault door. Inside, chains rattled. A condemned thief knelt before a ritual altar. Black stone etched with fangs. Voss barked orders. Attendants circled. One pricked the thief's vein. Crimson dripped into a chalice. The thief chanted devotion oaths, voice cracking. I yield blood, will, life to the crown. Court observer, a minor lord, sipped the chalice, then forced the thief's head down, boot on neck. Humiliation sealed with a lash across the back. Thief sobbed. Blood smeared floor. Jonas watched every step. Noted the voluntary oath. The exact wording. The chalice pass. No envoy mentioned. Voss crossed arms. Satisfied? Jonas nodded. Rules clear now. Thank you. She grunted approval. You're no fool. Survive, human. Dusk fell. Court reconvened. Torches flared brighter. Vela entered last, cloak swirling. She settled on throne. Rulkesh presided at altar. Chalice ready. Human! Kneel, Rulkesh boomed. Jonas stepped forward. Crowd jeered. He knelt, but raised a hand. One request. Clarify the rules first. In open court, silence crashed. Rulkesh's eyes narrowed. Insolence. Trial begins. Jonas stayed kneeled. Queen Vela, your laws grant clarification before devotion. I invoke it. Vela leaned forward, scars pulled tight. Her voice cut crystal. He speaks true. Custom allows. Chancellor, recite the devotion codex, on record. Murmurs swelled. Rulkesh paled under scales. Majesty. Now. Vela's fang glinted. Word for word. Rulkesh unrolled a datapad. Voice shook as he read. Devotion trial binds outsiders to crown. Voluntary oath required. Blood offering measures fealty. No coercion permitted. Envoys exempt if pact sealed by sovereign. Abuse voids trial. Offenders, forfeit station. Gasps echoed. Jonas hid a smile. Exemption clause. Rulkesh had buried it. Crowd shifted. Eyes darted to Chancellor. Vela rose. Human invoked rightly. Trial suspended. Rulkesh explained scheduling an exempt envoy. Rulkesh stammered. Misinterpretation. To test. Lies. Vela's claw tapped throne. You twisted custom. For what? Destabilize my rule? Jonas spoke soft. Chancellor acted from fear. Court stability matters. But laws protect all. Nobles whispered. Voss gripped spear, eyeing Rulkesh. Vela waved. Dismissed. Trial ends. Jonas rose. Court parted. He approached throne. Vela extended hand. Hidden from view. Fingers brushed his. Cool. Steady. Smart, she murmured. You saw the trap. Your laws saved me. Jonas squeezed gently. Clear rules build trust. Her scarred lip curved. Rare gift. Stay close tonight. Guards escorted him to chambers. Door sealed. Jonas exhaled. Adrenaline ebbed. He reviewed datapad notes. Trial exposed cracks. Rulkesh simmered. More plots brewed. Knock sounded. Voss entered. You turned fangs on him. How? Jonas offered water skin. Listened first. Acted second. She took it. Drank deep. Queen watches you different. Softer. Partnership. Jonas sat. Not conquest. Voss nodded. Left without word. Night deepened. Vela slipped in unannounced. Cloak shed. Nocturnal silks clung to lithe form. Predatory grace but steps hesitant. You risked much. Jonas sat beside. Kept space. Worth it. For alliance. She traced scar on cheek. Self-conscious. They fear me. Always. You don't. Jonas met eyes. Red gold irises softened. Scars tell stories. Strength, not shame. Claw hovered near his hand. Waited. He covered it. Warmth met cool. She leaned closer. Breath ghosted neck. No bite. Teach me this. Steady care. He nodded. Arm around shoulders. Light. One night at a time. She nestled. Fangs retracted fully. First time he'd seen. Vulnerability raw. Court bells tolled midnight. Urgent rap at door. Messenger. Majesty. Border alert. Human vessel nears. Vela tensed. Pulled back. Your people. They test us. Jonas stood. Show them unity. She grinned. Fangs peaked playful. Partner. Dawn crept. Jonas paced balcony. Voss reported below. Rulkesh rallies allies. Whispers treason. Jonas gripped rail. Watch him. Gather proof. Voss saluted. Vanished into shadows. Vela joined. Hand on his back. Eclipse coming? He turned. Pulled her close. Lips to temple. Only if needed. Court assembled again. Human ship docked. Diplomats strode in. Stiff suits. Wary eyes. Led by Ambassador Hale. Reed, you live? Jonas bowed to Vela. Rive. Alliance forms. Hale blinked. Report said doom. Vela spoke. Human wisdom prevails. Witness. Rule Kesh approached podium. Smug. Diplomats. Devotion trial for all? Jonah stepped forward. Rules recited yesterday. Envoys exempt. Crowd hushed. Rokesh froze. Vela laughed. Precisely, Chancellor. Remind them. He swallowed. Recited again. Exemption blared. Diplomats murmured approval. Court nobles shifted allegiance. Voss whispered to Jonas. He's cornered. Later chambers, Vela poured blood wine. Hybrid blend, safe for him. You unravel threats without blades. Jonas clinked goblets. Compassion cuts deeper. She set aside. Claw traced jaw. Announced. Closer? He drew her in. Lips met forehead. Then hers. Gentle, no rush. Fangs grazed harmless. She shivered. Wrapped tight. Warmth claimed. She breathed. Mine. Mutual. He murmured. Door creaked. Irian, purge council tonight. Rule Kesh, first. Vela nodded over Jonas's shoulder. Begin. Jonas held steady. Trust forged in trial fire, but shadows lingered. Cloaked watcher in rafters. Eyes gleamed. Patient. Ship engines hummed outside. More humans inbound. Court teetered. One trial down. Eclipse loomed. Run! Human Queen Vela's voice cracked like shattering obsidian. She hunched on her throne dais, claws gouging the armrests. Crimson eyes locked on Jonas, pupils blown wide. Fangs gleamed under the chamber's low lanterns. Hunger twisted her scarred face into something feral. Jonas froze in the doorway. The summons had yanked him from council purge talks. Now her scent hit him, metallic, edged with starvation. He raised both palms. Not leaving you like this. Her wings snapped open, spanning the chamber. Shadows leaped across walls etched with ancient hunts. I will drain you dry. Go. Court whispers slithered from the antechamber. Chancellor Rule Kesh's voice cut through. Envoy Reed defies the queen. Proof of his poison. Jonas ignored it. He stepped inside but held the threshold, 10 paces away. Safe distance. Her nostrils flared at his steady pulse. Breathe with me, Vela. In for 4. Hold. Out for 6. She snarled. Claws raked stone. Sparks flew, but her chest hitched. In. Old. Out. Shaky. Good, Jonas said, again. Eyes on my hand. He held it steady. Fingers splayed. No closer. Rule Kesh pushed into view, robe swirling. Majesty, this mammal endangers you. Summon the guards. End the treaty farce. Vela's gaze flicked to the Chancellor. Silence. Her breath steadied another cycle. But tremors shook her frame. Immortal, yes. But centuries without true sustenance wore even her down. Jonas kept his voice level. Captain Voss. Now. He tapped his wrist. Come treaty-approved link. No shouting. No panic. Footsteps pounded. Captain Iriana Voss burst through side doors. Plasma lance leveled. Her armored shoulders tensed. Envoy. Step back. Not yet. Jonas nodded at Vela. Medical pack. Treaty Clause 7. Emergency sustenance. Voss's eyes narrowed. She scanned the queen. Hunger pallor. Dilated veins. Approved stock. Stand down. She slung the lance and yanked a sealed cryopack from her belt. Thumped it onto the floor midway between them. Rule Kesh hissed. Substitutes weaken her. This human twists devotion into mockery. Vela lunged forward, stopped at Jonas's upheld hand. 5 paces. Her claws flexed. Closer, little warm blood. Jonas shook his head. Pack first. He edged sideways, never turning his back. Picked it up, tossed it gently to her feet. Open it. She snatched it. Fangs pierced the seal. Thick synthetic plasma gurgled out. Not blood, but laced with human-compatible proteins. Treaty engineered. She gulped it down, gulped again. Color returned to her cheeks. Jonas watched her throat work. Steady, no blur of attack. Trust held. Empty pack dropped. Vela straightened, wings folded. But her hand shot out. Gripped his sleeve. Silk tore under her claws, not his throat. His warmth. He didn't pull away. Let her hold. Better? Her scarred lip curled. Not a snarl. A smile. You stayed. Rulkesh stepped forward. Majesty, he's bewitched you. The court sees. Enough. Vela yanked Jonas closer, 2 paces. Her free hand clamped Rulkesh's wrist. Bones crunched. He yelped. She shoved him sprawling. Purge continues. Your schemes end. Voss hauled the Chancellor up. Dragged him out. To the cells. All witnesses. Jonas met Vela's eyes. Softer now. Still predatory, but leashed. You guided me. Teamwork. He smoothed her claw on his sleeve. Fabric parted but skin stayed whole. Humans do steady. You do strong. She tugged him fully into the chamber. Door hissed shut, locked. Her wings draped his shoulders like a cloak, cool scales against his neck. Closer? He nodded, slid arms around her waist, pulled her flush. No fangs this time, just her forehead to his chest. Listening. Heartbeat drum. Court murmurs faded outside. Voss's voice barked orders. Purge squads mobilized. Vela lifted her head. Claw traced his jaw, gentle. They fear my weakness. Jonas cupped her face. Thumb over the scar that split her cheek. Old wound. Pre-human contact. They fear your change. Strength and trust. She leaned in. Lips brushed his. Tentative. Fangs grazed lip. Harmless prick. He kissed back. Slow. Her grip tightened on his shirt. Not hunger. Need. Warmth bloomed between them. Her nocturnal chill thought against his heat. Tongues met. Careful, she hummed. A vibration like distant thunder. He broke first. Forehead to hers. Eclipse phase. Her laugh rumbled low. Not yet. Claw slipped under his collar. Traced collarbone, but soon. Door rattled. Voss's voice filtered. Majesty. Rulkesh confesses allies. Nobles in rafters. Cloaked ones. Hunt begins. Vela tensed. Wings snapped tight around Jonas. Protective cage. Let them come. Jonas squeezed her hand. We face it. Together. She nodded. Pulled him toward the inner sanctum, away from doors. Ship inbound. More humans? Reinforcements. Ailes' team settles. He glanced back. Shadows in corners seemed deeper. Watcher still up there? Her eyes gleamed red again. Not hunger, resolve. One clings. Voss will pluck him. They entered her private vault. Crystal walls pulsed faint light. Blood archives. She poured 2 goblets. Real plasma for her. Hybrid for him. Plinked. To unraveling. He sipped. Tangy. Safe. To holding steady. Her wingtip stroked his arm. Intimate. You teach patience. I teach ferocity. Perfect match. Jonas set his goblet down. Drew her close again. Lips met. Deeper this time. Her fangs stayed sheathed. Hands roamed. His on her scaled back. Hers bunching his tunic. She shivered. Pushed him against the vault wall. Cool crystal bit his shoulders. Her body pinned him. Dominant, but yielding. Claim me, Jonas. He flipped them gentle. Her back to stone. Kissed her throat. Pulse thrummed under scars. Mutual claim. Claws shredded his tunic front. Exposed skin. She nuzzled. Inhaled. Warmth mine. His hands found wing joints. Massaged. She arched. Moan escaped. Predator turned partner. Alarms blared distant. Voss's shout. Intruder. Down. But more ships. Hostile signatures. Vela stilled. Pulled back. Eyes sharp. Eclipse accelerates. Jonas grabbed calm. Voss. Status. Chancellor's plot. Off-world backers. Human ship hails. Hale demands evac. No. Vela snarled. Stood tall. Alliance holds. Jonas nodded. Dressed quick. Torn tunic aside. Took her hand. We lead the defense. She gripped back. Not sleeve. Hand. Equals. Together. They strode out. Voss waited. Lance hot. Rafters clear. But skies darken. Court assembled. Below. Nobles knelt. Purge broke resistance. One figure missing. Rulkesh's shadow ally. Engines hummed louder. Human ship. Friend or foe signal scrambled. Vela raised claw. Witness strength. Jonas stood beside. Her partner. Court gasped. Human hand in Queen's grasp. Eclipse edge hit. Lights dimmed. Her eyes glowed. Voss saluted. Orders? Defend the bond. Vela's voice boomed. Shadows stirred anew. Not rafters. Balcony. Cloaked figure leaped. Jonas shoved Vela aside. Blade whistled past. He rolled. Grabbed assassin's wrist. Twisted. Human tech knife clattered. Voss speared it home. Assassin slumped. Vela hauled Jonas up. Inspected cut on his arm. Shallow. Mine to protect. He grinned. Hours. The ship breached Atmo. Hale's voice crackled. Read.
Status?
Alliance solid. Join or witness. Court roared approval. Eclipse peaked. Vela's power surged. Wings aglow. One threat down. Eclipse full. True test loomed. Voss's lance hummed, slicing shadows on the balcony. The court below chanted Vela's name. Eclipse darkness cloaked the spires. Jonas gripped her hand tighter. Her claws pricked his skin. Warm blood welled. Vela shuddered. Wings snapped wide. Glowing veins pulsed under obsidian scales. The surge. It pulls. Her voice cracked. Fangs bared. Jonas scanned her face. Pupils blown wide. Predatory. Power flooded her immortal frame. But control frayed. Court nobles edged back. Whispers rose. The queen falters. Not today. Jonas tugged her toward the antechamber arch. With me. Now. She followed. Wings folding. Door irised shut. Red glow from her eyes lit the stone walls. Jonas faced her. Heart steady. We train the bond. Like your guards drill. Her head tilted. Claws flexed. Eclipse rages. No time for time we make. He held up hands, palms open, steps. Timed, consent each. Builds trust fast. Stops the pull. Vela's wings twitched. She paced once. Stopped, nodded sharp. Propose, first. Crown off. Show me what you hide. Jonas waited. No push. Her claws rose slow. Crown clattered to floor. Jewels sparked. Face unveiled. Scars twisted her cheek, jaw, jagged lines from old blades. Court never saw, feared the myth more. Jonas breathed even. Beautiful. Warrior's mark. No flinch. Eyes locked hers. She exhaled. Tension eased a fraction. Next. Hand to cheek. I count to 10. You signal stop. Anytime. Fist or word. He raised hand slow. Vela nodded. Consent. Begin. Jonas stepped close. Her breath cooled his skin. Nocturnal chill. Palm hovered. 1. Touched. Leather tough scales under scars. Warm pulse thrummed. 2. Thumb brushed ridge. Her eyelids fluttered. 3. She leaned in. Tiny shift. Glow dimmed slight. Control flickered back. 5. Claws uncurled at sides. 6. Jonas held steady. No grab. Boundaries. 7. Her free hand rose. Mirrored his. Talons retracted. Touched his jaw. Gentle pressure. 8. Mutual now. Electricity hummed skin to skin. 9. Eclipse winds howled outside. But here. Still. 10. He paused. Signal? Continue. Vela's voice soft. First calm since surge. Jonas smiled faint. Withdrew slow. She mirrored. Hands dropped. Door slammed open. Guard burst in. Junior. Lance raised. Intruders! Chancellor's remnants. Vela whirled. Wing flared. Shielded Jonas full. Report. No alarm. Guard froze. My queen, human envoy exposed. He's mine. Vela's tone iced steel. Glow stabilized. Wings cephaled. Status. Balcony breach. Rule Kesh fled to docks. Human ship lands. Forces with him? Jonas stepped forward. Vela's wing brushed his back. Protective. Hale's my contact. Ollie. Calm him. He tapped wrist unit. Ale. Read. Land secure zone. Chancellor's traders inbound. Join defense. Crackle. Copy. Drones deploying. ETA 2 minutes. Vela turned. Eyes clear now. Bond holds. She gripped his hand. We end this. They strode out. Voss met them at Arch. Lance dipped. Commander reports purge complete. But Rule Kesh signals off-world. Cut it. Vela's claw slashed air. Shadows obeyed, coiling to her will. Court knelt deeper. No whispers. Awe rippled. Human. At Queen's side, hand in hand, Eclipse core hit, spires trembled. Distant booms, Chancellor ships, Voss barked orders, guards fanned balcony, Jonas scanned skies. Human shuttle pierced clouds, guns hot. Hale's voice boomed public comm. Alliance envoy Reed confirmed, firing on traitor signatures. Explosions lit horizon. Rulkesh's shadows scattered. Vela raised free claw, power arced, wings ignited full. Witness! Wort surged up. Roar shook stone. Nobles drew blades. Loyal, now. One cloaked figure darted from rafters. Voss lunged. Missed. Jonas shoved Vela left. Rolled right. Tackled assailant mid-leap. Foe's blade nicked his shoulder. He pinned wrist. Twisted. Knife skittered. Dela's shadow tendril speared the throat. Body slumped. She hauled Jonas up. Inspected wound. Licked shallow cut. Sting. Then heal-fast tingle. Vampire gift. Ours to protect. He grinned. Arm throbbed less. Mutual. Voss saluted crisp. Skies clear. Chancellor cornered at docks. Led. Vela pulled Jonas along. Wings half spread. Court parted. They descended spiral stairs. Eclipse winds buffeted. Guards flanked. Hale's shuttle touched down ahead. Ramp dropped. Armored humans piled out. Rifles synced to Voss's lances. Hale strode forward. Buzz cut. Scarred vet. Eyed Vela. Reed. Queen. Status? Alliance proven. Jonas nodded. Chancellor. Next. Vela's eyes gleamed. He plotted my fall. Yours. Hale grunted. Scans show his yacht pre-jump. Blockade? Jonas checked comm. Drones on it. Boom. Rattled docks. Yacht erupted. Off-world backers silenced. Court erupted cheers. Eclipse waned. Light crept back. Rulkesh dragged forward in chains. Voss shoved him to knees. Traitor. Vela loomed. Claw to throat. Speak. Chancellor spat. Human weakens you. Destabilizes. Jonas stepped up. Calm. He offered empathy. You offered knives. Court murmured. Vela's gaze flicked Jonas. Softened. Claw pressed. Exile or end. Rulkesh bowed. Exile. Voss hauled him to cells. Vela turned to Court. The bond strengthens us. Human compassion tempers my rule. Nobles knelt. Hail, Queen Vela. Hail, Envoy Reed. Hail clapped Jonas' shoulder. Diplomacy done right. Jonas met Vela's eyes. Scars no secret now. Bond no exercise. Real. She squeezed his hand. Leaned close. Whisper. Practice tonight. Unstructured. Heat rose. Eclipse faded. New dawn. But Doc's alarms wailed anew. Off-world signal pierced. Backup fleet. Voss spun. Queen? Vela grinned, fangs. Wings flared with Jonas's hand in hers. Together. Ready. Bond surged true. Shields raised. True test ignited. Back in antechamber haze, Jonas replayed the touch. Her scars under palm. Vulnerable trust. He'd proposed it calm, like embassy protocols. Empathy first, always. But her mirror shifted everything. Now, striding docks, her wingtip grazed his eyes, protective, intimate. Guards cleared path. Rulkesh's yacht wreckage smoked. Hale's team scanned debris, residual jump sig. Hale frowned. Not done. Vela snarled, shadows probed slag. Pulled out data core, claws crushed it. Plot's end. Jonas knelt beside. Picked shard, human tech markings. Off-world backers, corporate. She nodded. Old rivals. Fear my reign. Voss reported, fleet inbound. 10 minutes, court mobilized. Nobles armed, Eclipse afterglow. Empowered them. Jonas stood, faced Vela. One more exercise? Her brow arched. Now. Quick. Hand here. Touched her chest plate, over heart. Feel the steady. She placed claw on his, counted silent. Glow synced, power even. Fleet dots blinked skies. Hale's drones swarmed. Fire, Vela commanded. Lances flashed. Drones struck. Ships veered, Jonas grinned. Works. She pulled him close. Lips brushed ear. Partner, cheers thundered. Bond sealed. Rule stable. Love kindled, but core shard pulsed faint. Hidden signal. True test whispered on. Jonas pocketed it. For later. Vela noticed, nodded approval. Trusted. They walked arm in arm. Court hailed. Eclipse shouts exploded as Jonas crossed the council chamber threshold. The human manipulator. He tames our queen like a beast. Chancellor Rulkesh stood at the podium, fangs bared. Holoscreens flickered behind him. Grainy footage of Jonas's hand on Vela's chestplate during the fleet skirmish. Stitched edits made it look coercive. Nobles hissed agreement. Votes tallied on the central orb. Coup motion at 47%. Jonas halted, arms still linked with Vela's. Her wingtip tensed against his side. He squeezed her hand once. Steady, Chancellor. Jonas's voice cut clean. That's falsified. Rulkesh sneered. Proof. Your soft words ensnare her. She chose isolation for centuries. Now she clings to you. Proof enough. Nobles nodded. Captain Voss gripped her plasma lance tighter from the guard post. Her eyes flicked to Jonas. Testing still. Jonas released Vela's arm. Stepped forward alone, pulled his wristcom. Full logs. Time-stamped, hollow projected. Embassy docking cycle 1, Vela's own voice. Human, touch my scars. Test the mirror. Consent clause glowed. Verbal affirm. Clawprint seal. No edits. Gasps rippled. Next clip. Antechamber, her palm on his chest. Steady yours into mine. Timestamp synced to the fleet battle exactly. Rulkesh paled. Fabricated. Cross-check the royal net. Jonas tapped the orb. Queen's private archive. Unalterable. Orb hummed. Verified. 100% match. Nobles leaned in. Votes dipped to 42%. Voss shifted. Per lance lowered a fraction. Jonas pressed. You leaked this edit 10 minutes post-battle. Your yacht's data core shards match the forgery code. Hale's scans confirm. He tossed the pocketed shard onto the table. It clattered. Human tech markings gleamed under chamber lights. Rulkesh recoiled. Lies! The Queen's weakness. Doors hissed open. Vela strode in, unarmed. No scepter, no guards at flank. Claws retracted, scars stark on her face. Silence crashed. Truth audit. Her command echoed ancient law. Voice like shadowed steel. Under First Eclipse Codex, all records bear. Punish the falsifier. Nobles froze. Voss snapped to attention. By your will, Majesty. Rulkesh bolted for the exit. Voss lunged, tackled him mid-stride. Nobles erupted. Shouts, claws out, tables overturned. Jonas stood firm. Vela's gaze locked on his. She nodded once. Trust. Voss cuffed Rulkesh. Dragged him to the orb. Falsifying royal record. Exile or void? Vela's eyes narrowed. Void, but first, confess backers. Rulkesh spat. You destabilize us, clinging to this soft skin. Jonas knelt beside the Chancellor. Met his glare. She chose the mirror exercise. Her words, her claw. Not mine. Rulkesh snarled. But Orb pulled his neurologs, hollow bloomed. Messages to off-world cores. Queen weakens. Human puppet. Coup now. Nobles roared outrage. Votes flipped. 82% loyalty affirm. Voss hauled Rulkesh away. Chamber quieted. Vela turned to Jonas. Extended claw. He took it, pulled her close amid stares. You proved it, she murmured. Wing draped his shoulder. Intimate shield. Us, he said. Partners. Her lips curved. Rare smile. Scars softened in the glow. But as cheers swelled, Jonas's calm buzzed. Hale's voice, shard signal, decrypted. Rulkesh wasn't led. Bigger player inbound. Eclipse shadows lengthened. True threat stirred. Jonas pocketed the comm. Vela's claw tightened. Ready? Council bowed. Rule held. Bond deepened. Hours later in the Queen's spire, Jonas traced her scars again. No logs this time. Private. Feared me once? She asked. Voice low. All did. He pressed palm to her chest. Steady beat synced. Now, her claw cupped his face. Gentle. Chosen. Lips met. Nocturnal warmth. Human calm met alien fire. Vase knocked. Majesty. Fleet signatures. Cloaked. Vela pulled back. Eyes ignited. Together, Jonas nodded. grabbed gear. They moved as one. Council reconvened at dawn's edge. Nobles filed in, whispers of the arrest still hot. Jonas took his seat beside the throne. New protocol. Vela's decree. Voss posted double guards. No chances. A minor lord rose. Human, your compassion? Sorcery? Jonas smiled. Watch. He activated the mirror demo, live. Vela placed claw on his chest. Key on hers. Glows synced. Noble shadows flickered in response. Empowered, not drained. Murmurs turned to awe. It steadies us all. Vela spoke. He builds, not breaks. Votes sealed. Full alliance. But Hale's drone feed pinged Jonas's calm. Cloaked ships decloaked. Corporate colors. Rule Kesh's true masters. They're here, Jonas said. Vela snarled. Defend. Voss rallied troops. Jonas synced the grid. Human empathy algorithms boosting alien lances. Battle joined. Ships dove. Drones swarmed. Vela's claw gripped his. Steady. Glow surged. Fleet faltered. Crashed into eclipse void. Victory cheers thundered again. In afterglow, Vela drew him to balcony. Stars wheeled. Her wing enveloped him fully. Craved this, she whispered. Safe. Jonas kissed her scarred cheek. Earned. Court below hailed. Partners eternal. Yet calm whispered. One ship escaped. Signal outbound. Test eternal. Jonas held her closer, ready for more. Deep in spire vaults, Jonas sifted Rule Kesh's seized data slates. Vela loomed behind, shadow cool on his neck. Names, she asked. Cores from Rimworlds. Fear your reforms. He highlighted. They funded the rumor net. Her claw shredded a slate. End them. Voss entered. Interrogations yield more. Rule Kesh primed coup for months. Jonas stood. Faced them. Isolate the lie. Show truth. Vela nodded. Broadcast. HoloNet flared empire-wide. Full logs. Mirror demo. Her choice voiced. Rebellion sparks died. Nobles streamed apologies, gifts piled. Private chamber that night. Vela shed armor. Scars bared. Jonas traced each. No fear. You see me, she said. Always did. His hand to her heart. Steady. Claws pulled him down. Bodies synced. Intimate rhythm. Wholesome fire. Dawn broke. Voss reported. Empire unites. Jonas grinned. Vela's head on his chest. Trusted, but vault scanner beeped. Escaped ship's trail. Toward human space. They're coming for me, Jonas said. Vela rose. Claws extended. Ours. Now. Fleet prepped. Bond unbreakable. Council chamber gleamed post-riot. Repaired tables shone. Nobles sat tense. Jonas entered first. Vela at his side. Arm in arm. No shouts this time. Bows. Envoy read, a lord said. Teach the mirror? Jonas nodded. All. Demo spread. Glows linked chamber-wide. Voss smiled. First time. It works. Vela claimed her throne. Jonas beside. Equal. Hale's final ping. Incoming Hale. Corpse demands you. Jonas answered. She's chosen. Lion went dead. Laughter echoed. Love rooted. Eclipse eternal. Partners forever. Yet horizon flickered. New shadows. They faced it. Together. Queen Vela's claws tapped Jonas's shoulder. Balcony. Now. The capital watches. Jonas followed her stride through vaulted halls. Holocams hummed alive. Her court nobles flanked them. Rule Kesh's glare sharpest. Captain Voss shadowed close. Hand on blade hilt. The air thickened with nocturnal incense, sharp and metallic. They burst onto the grand balcony. Eclipse winds whipped banners. Below, the capital sprawled. Millions of shadowed faces upturned. HoloNet drones swarmed, broadcasting empire-wide. Vela raised a gauntleted hand. Silence crashed down. Jonas stood firm at her side. His goal, back her play. No matter the risk. Conflict brewed in the court's whispers. Rule Kesh leaned in. Majesty. Reconsider. The scars. Silence. Vela's voice boomed. She faced the void. Claws hooked her veil. Fabric tore free. Gasps rippled. Her face gleamed under starlight. pale skin etched with jagged scars from ancient wars. Fangs glinted longer in the open air. One eye swirled milky from a lost battle. The Monster Queen, unmasked for all. Crowds recoiled. Drones captured every flinch. Rul Kesh smirked. Voss's tensed, scanning for riots. Jonas stepped forward, no hesitation. He took her hand, cool, taloned, trembling just once. Microphones hovered. He pulled her palm to his lips, kissed it steady. Beautiful, he said, clear into the broadcast. Queen Vela Soren is beautiful. Her eye widened, the scarred one unblinking. Crowds stilled. Drones whirred closer. You see past Predator, she whispered, fangs brushing his ear. Say it again. Jonas met the lenses. She's beautiful. Strength carved her. Honor etched her. We stand with her. Cheers erupted, tentative, then thunderous. Nobles shifted. Rul Kesh paled. Vela squeezed his hand. Claws pricked, not piercing. New decree, her voice amplified. Face shaming ends. No more veils forced. No taunts of monster. Consent in all words. Violators, exiled. Hollow screens blazed the law. Crowds roared approval. Gifts rained, flowers, jewels, mirrors etched with her image. Voss gripped Jonas's other arm, pulled him aside as Vela basked. You risk all. Why? Truth builds trust. Jonas met her gaze. She chose vulnerability. I match it. Voss nodded once. Blade hand relaxed. Proven. Rul Kesh stormed forward. This human sows chaos. Her rule. Vela whirled. Fangs bared full. He steadies it. You plot coups. Voss arrest him. Guards swarmed. Rul Kesh snarled, dragged away. Balcony cleared of threats. Vela tugged Jonas inside. Doors sealed. Private quarters loomed. Dim-lit, silk-draped, her nocturnal haven. She shed outer robes. The scars traced her shoulders, too. Jonas poured water from a ewer, human habit. Steadying. Offered the glass. Drink. He smiled. Even queens hydrate. She sipped. Claws retracted halfway. They saw. Called me beautiful. Because of you. You showed them first. Jonas sat on the edge of her couch. Goal. Plan forward. Now build on it. Joint embassy? Her eye gleamed. Yes. Human-alien hub. Nightly meetings. My court. Your core. Jonas nodded. Pulled a holopad. Sketched outlines. Shared halls. Mirror demo rooms. Consent training pits. Here. Public feeds for transparency. Guards rotate. Voss commands joint patrols. Vela leaned in. Wing-like membranes rustled. Her breath cooled his neck. Nightly. You attend. Every eclipse. His fingers brushed hers over the pad. Teach empathy drills. Your strength. My calm. She traced his jaw. Fangs grazed skin, not biting. Court resists. Rul Kesh's allies lurk. We expose them. Like the broadcast. Jonas stood. Paced the chamber. Sensory maps flared. Capital districts. Fleet paths. Isolate lies. Mirrors force truth. Vela rose fluid, pinned him gentle against a wall. You don't fear my hunt. Never did. He cupped her scarred cheek. Thumb stroked the milky eye. Hunt with me. Lips met. Fanged. Careful. Tongues danced. Her cooler tasting of night spices. Hands roamed. His shirt tore free. Her claws mapped his back. Light scores healed by dawn serums. They synced. Rhythm built slow. Wholesome. Bodies pressed. Scars to smooth skin. She gasped his name. He whispered hers. Peak crested. Fire without burn. Collapsed together. Her head on his chest. Heartbeats synced. Human quick. Alien steady. Voss reports unity, she murmured. But shadows move. Jonas stroked her crest. Toward human space. My core hails incoming. She lifted. Claws extended. Ours now. Fleet preps. Council chamber next eve. Repaired tables gleamed. Nobles bowed deep. No tension. Jonas entered arm in arm with Vela. Bows swept the floor. Envoy read. A lord knelt. The mirror? Teach us. All. Jonas activated devices. Glows linked. Nobles paired. Truths spilled. Gasps turned laughs. Voss entered. Saluted crisp. Empire stabilizes. Rul Kesh confesses. Coup log sealed. Vela claimed throne. Jonas beside. Equal seat. Joint embassy breaks ground dawn. Hale's ping hit Jonas's comm. Corpse demands return. Now, Jonas tapped reply. She's chosen. Partners. Line died. Laughter echoed. But alarms blared. Vault scanner beeped. Escaped ship's trail blazed toward human space. They're coming, Jonas said. Vela rose. For you? No. Fleet mobilized. Drones screamed orders. Voss rallied guards. Private wing. Vela armored up. Jonas checked his sidearm. Human make. Precise. Stay back, she growled. He buckled her pauldron. Together, her claw cupped his face. Beautiful human. They strode out. Stars flickered. Shadows loomed larger. Drones swarmed the balcony anew. Vela faced the capital. Veil gone forever. Jonas at her side. People, she broadcast. Threats flee to human voids. We pursue, united. Crowds chanted. Mirrors glowed citywide. Rule Keisha's cell. Voss oversaw interrogation. Allies named. Ships tracked. Jonas reviewed logs. Patterns emerged. Smugglers. Old rivals. Flank them here. Vela nodded. Your corpse joins? Request sent. His hand found hers. Public now. No hiding. Night deepened. Embassy plans finalized. Night halls for her. Day ports for him. Consent oaths sworn by all staff. Intimacy bloomed private. She fed gentle. His vein offered. Trust absolute. Warmth shared. No drain. Dawn neared. Voss burst in. Lead ship hails. Demands envoy. Jonas stood. Vela flanked. Answer. Hollow flared. Grim captain. Read. Extraction ordered. Alien taint. Taint. Vela snarled. Fangs full. Jonas cut in. Compassion. Partnership. Stand down. Captain blinked. Her face. Broadcasts reached us. Beautiful. Jonas repeated. Join or flee. Hail dropped. Cheers outside. But deeper scans pinged. Second wave. Armed. Cloaked. Vela's eye swirled fierce. Hunt begins. Jonas synced gear. Lead with mirrors. Break their lies first. Voss grinned. Full now. Human way wins. They launched. Shuttles screamed voidward. Bond sealed in stars. Empire watched. Human steadied Queen. Queen shielded human. Trust eternal. Yet lead ship's shadow split decoys. True threat burrowed coreward. Vela gripped his hand. Deeper we go. Together.